Okay, ready to dive into something pretty fascinating.
Absolutely. Always up for a deep dive.
This time, we're looking at a tech boom,
Yeah.
but not where you might think.
Yeah. Not Silicon Valley this time.
Nope. Think ancient cities, jasmine-scented streets, Syria.
Now that's an unexpected twist.
Right, but that's what caught my eye. This article, From Ancient Sands to Silicon Dreams, is all about Syria's, I guess you could call it a tech renaissance.
A tech renaissance against all odds. Love it.
Yeah. Startups, connections to Silicon Valley, even a teenage hacker who got Tesla's attention.
Wow. Okay, you've got my attention. So where do we even begin?
Well, the article really kicks off with this SYNC’25 conference held in Damascus.
Okay, SYNC’25.
Over 3,000 attendees from over 40 countries. This isn't just some local thing. It's a sign that Syria is back on the global stage and tech is leading the way.
That's a powerful statement.
Imagine it, this ancient city steeped in history, suddenly buzzing with developers and investors and entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I see it, like a clash of old and new, kind of a visual metaphor.
Exactly. And the event was held at the Damascus Tech Hub, which kind of embodies that blend.
So this Damascus Tech Hub, more than just a cool setting, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, it's like a symbol of Syria's ambition. They want to merge their heritage with modern innovation.
Past meets future. I like it.
And they're not just talking about it. There's a quote in the article from Lina Al-Masri. She's the CEO of a Syrian AI startup.
Okay, what'd she say?
We've always been storytellers, poets, and engineers. Now we're writing code that heals, connects, and transforms.
Wow. That's pretty profound, actually.
It is. It gets at the heart of what's driving this tech movement in Syria.
Yeah.
It's not just about building apps or making money. It's about solving problems, rebuilding, and connecting with the global community.
Using tech as a tool for positive change.
Yeah, and that connection is super evident in this program they have, the Damascus-Silicon Nexus.
Damascus-Silicon Nexus, what is that?
Think of it as a pipeline between Syrian startups and Silicon Valley. It pairs them up with mentors and investors from, well, the heart of the tech world.
So they're getting access to resources, expertise, the whole network.
Exactly. And it's not just small-time projects either. The article mentions Noor Robotics. They're using 3D printing to make affordable prosthetics.
Okay, now that's impactful. Prosthetics, think of the difference that could make.
And there's OasisVR, using virtual reality to preserve Syria's cultural heritage.
Oh, that's brilliant. Bringing those sites to life, even if they're not accessible.
Exactly. And then there's Zenith AgroTech, tackling water scarcity through AI-powered agriculture. They're not just catching up, they're innovating for the future.
It's like they're saying, hey, we're here and we're ready to contribute.
And the world is taking notice. Even Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google.
Yeah, of course. What about him?
He gave a shout out to this initiative, praised the talent coming out of Syria. He actually appeared via hologram at the SYNC’25 conference.
A hologram? Okay, they're going all out.
He said, talent knows no borders. That's huge coming from him.
Yeah, I can see how that would legitimize the whole scene. Put Syria on the map, so to speak.
But let's be realistic for a second. This isn't all sunshine and roses.
Right, there have to be challenges.
Yeah, the article mentions sanctions, infrastructure gaps. Those are still big hurdles.
Of course. So how are they overcoming them?
Well, what struck me is the resilience, the sheer determination of these Syrian tech innovators. They're not letting these obstacles stop them. They're finding workarounds, building something new and hopeful.
It's like they're coding their way to a better future, line by line.
And it's not just happening in high-tech labs either. The article talks about coders working from basement shelters, female engineers breaking barriers in rural areas, refugee-led digital collectives.
It's a movement then, a ground-up surge of innovation.
That's what makes it so inspiring. It's not just a handful of elite techies, it's people from all walks of life, all ages, all backgrounds. They're proving that talent and ingenuity can thrive anywhere.
Makes you wonder what other hidden gems are out there just waiting to be discovered. Makes you wonder what other hidden gems are out there just waiting to be discovered.
Right. It's a reminder that the world is full of surprises, especially when it comes to tech. But, what's something that really struck me in the article was this focus on using technology not just for innovation, but also for cultural preservation.
Yeah, I remember that the article highlights OasisVR, right? Using virtual reality to create immersive tours of Syria's historical sites.
Exactly. Imagine experiencing the grandeur of Palmyra or the ancient city of Aleppo, even if you can't physically travel there.
It's like a window to the past, and it's accessible to anyone with a VR headset.
And it's incredible to think that even amidst conflict, there's this dedication to preserving their heritage for future generations.
It's a powerful statement, for sure, and it goes beyond just showcasing the past. Remember Meta's involvement. They're working with Syrian linguists to develop Arabic language AI tools.
Okay, yeah, that was interesting. But explain why that's such a big deal. I mean, I get that it's about language preservation, but what are the real-world implications?
Well, think about it. An AI that truly understands Arabic could revolutionize everything from online translation to digital archives.
I see what you mean.
It could even help researchers decipher ancient texts or make social media platforms more inclusive for Arabic speakers worldwide.
So it's about bridging the digital divide.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone has access to information.
Exactly. And that ties into something else the article mentions, DP World's $50 million investment in digitizing Syrian ports.
Wow, that's a serious chunk of change. What's the significance of that investment?
Well, this is about more than just upgrading technology at the docks. This is about connecting Syria to global trade routes, making it easier for businesses to import and export goods.
Ah, I see. So it has the potential to boost their economy.
Exactly. That kind of modernization has the potential to jumpstart economic growth and attract even more foreign investment.
It's like a domino effect, right? You invest in infrastructure, which leads to economic growth, which creates more opportunities for innovation, and the cycle continues.
Precisely. And it sends a powerful signal to the world that Syria is open for business, that it's a place where companies can invest and thrive.
It's a theme we keep seeing: resilience, innovation, and a determination to rebuild and reconnect with the world. It's almost like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you know?
That's a powerful analogy. I think it speaks to the human spirit that's driving this tech renaissance despite everything they've been through. The Syrian people are choosing to focus on building a better future.
It's inspiring, and it reminds us that innovation can come from unexpected places. We often think of tech hubs as being in these shiny, ultra-modern cities, but Syria shows us that talent and creativity can flourish anywhere.
Absolutely. It challenges our assumptions about where the next Silicon Valley might emerge. It could be Damascus, or it could be somewhere else entirely that we haven't even considered yet.
That's a good point. So what are some of the signs that a place might be on the cusp of a tech boom? What should we be looking for?
Well, for starters, a strong educational foundation is key. Are there universities or technical schools that are producing graduates with the skills needed to thrive in the tech industry? You need that pipeline of talent.
Right, you need that steady stream of bright minds eager to innovate.
Exactly. Another important factor is a supportive ecosystem. Are there government policies or private initiatives that encourage entrepreneurship and make it easier for startups to get off the ground?
So things like incubators and accelerators.
Precisely. And of course, access to funding is crucial. Are there venture capitalists or angel investors willing to take risks on new ideas? Is there a culture of investing in early stage companies?
So you need the talent, the support, and the capital. Those are the key ingredients.
Exactly. And it's not just about the tangible things. You also need that intangible spark of creativity, that entrepreneurial spirit that's willing to push boundaries and challenge the status quo.
That's the magic ingredient. You can give someone all the tools in the world, but if they don't have the vision, nothing will happen.
That's a great way to put it. It's about having both the resources and the drive to create something new and meaningful.
This whole conversation makes me wonder what other hidden tech hubs might be out there, just waiting to be discovered. Maybe it's a bustling city in Southeast Asia or a small town in South America.
It's exciting to think about, isn't it? There's a whole world of potential out there, and it's up to us to explore it with an open mind and a sense of curiosity.
And who knows, maybe one of our listeners will be the one to stumble upon the next big tech hub.
I love that idea. It's a reminder that anyone can make a difference, that innovation can come from anywhere. But before we get too carried away, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the global implications of Syria's tech scene.
Okay, that sounds like a great segue into part 3 of our deep dive. We've talked about the challenges, the triumphs, the human stories behind this tech renaissance. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. What does Syria's emergence as a tech hub mean for the world? What lessons can we learn from their journey? Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll wrap it all up with some thought-provoking insights and a fresh perspective on the future of tech. All right, we're back, ready to wrap up our look at this pretty unexpected tech scene.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating conversation.
I think one of the things that's really stuck with me is how this whole story challenges those assumptions we have about where innovation comes from. We always picture Like Silicon Valley, right? All those shiny buildings and venture capitalists.
It's easy to get caught up in that image, but Siri shows us that it's not the whole picture.
No, not at all. It's a reminder that talent, creativity, it can come from anywhere.
And thrive anywhere, despite the circumstances.
Exactly. And that feels like a really important message right now in a world that can feel so divided.
It's a good reminder that we might have more in common than we think.
I was also thinking about that Damascus-Silicon Nexus program we talked about, connecting those startups with Silicon Valley. It kind of got me wondering, could this kind of collaboration be the future of the tech industry?
Interesting question. Imagine it like all these tech hubs around the world, interconnected, sharing knowledge and resources, helping each other grow.
Instead of competing, they're collaborating, using each other's strengths to, create something really groundbreaking.
Yeah, and maybe even address some of those challenges the industry's facing, like the lack of diversity, the concentration of power in just a few hands.
Right. With more collaboration, you could create a tech ecosystem that's more equitable, more sustainable, and honestly, more representative of the world's population.
It's not just about Silicon Valley anymore.
And Syria really exemplifies that. They're not waiting for permission or handouts. They're building their own future and inspiring a lot of people along the way.
A testament to human resilience and I think a reminder to never underestimate the power of ingenuity and determination. But we can't just focus on the tech itself, right? There's the whole ethical side of things too.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is a powerful tool. It can be used for good or, well, not so good.
And we've seen that play out with things like social media and AI. We have a responsibility to make sure those advancements are used ethically for the benefit of humanity.
Okay, that's a big one. How do we even make sure of that?
Well, I think it starts with honest conversations about the risks and the benefits. And those conversations need to involve a lot of different voices, not just the tech experts and the policymakers.
You need the ethicists, the social scientists, people from the communities that are actually impacted.
Everyone needs to be at the table. We have to think about the long-term impact, not just the quick wins.
And we have to adapt, right? And as technology keeps changing, so do the ethical questions we need to ask.
It's a continuous process. But the goal's the same. Making sure technology serves humanity, not the other way around.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Syria's tech scene, what are some key takeaways for our listeners? What do we hope they'll remember?
Well, I hope they come away with a sense of hope, frankly. Syria's story shows the power of human resilience, the ability to find opportunity even when things are tough.
I like that. And it's a reminder that innovation can happen anywhere. It doesn't have borders. It just needs the right spark.
And that technology, when used thoughtfully, can be an incredible force for good.
It's a call to action for all of us to be more curious, more open to new ideas and perspectives.
And to support those who are trying to create a better future through technology, no matter where they are.
Because we're all connected, and every action, big or small, can have an impact.
Yeah, that about sums it up. This whole journey has really shown what's possible when we embrace those connections and, use our collective creativity and ingenuity to build a better world.
Well said. And on that note, folks, that concludes our deep dive. We hope you found it as thought-provoking as we did.
Remember, keep exploring, keep learning, keep an open mind.
And who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to discover the next hidden tech hub out there. Until next time, keep diving deep.